It's good to have you join us on AD4TV Radio News Update, coming to you live from Abuja, Nigeria's federal capital. I am Merciful Ajinamo. The former Vice President of Nigeria, Atiku Abubakar, this Sunday announced that his son tested positive to coronavirus. According to Atiku Abubakar, his son has been moved to Gwagwalada Specialist Teaching Hospital in Abuja, Nigeria for treatment. He added that coronavirus is very real and advised Nigerians to be safe. The Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu this Sunday, during a statewide address, asked public officers from grade level 1 to 12 to stay at home for the next 14 days as part of precautions to curb the spread of the coronavirus disease. According to the governor, the order does not apply to medical personnel, fire service, members of the Lagos State Emergency Management Agency, and other essential services, while reiterating that all measures are being put in place to curb the spread of the virus. He also stated that those who are found violating the rules will be sanctioned, and the facilities where large gatherings are being held will be shut down by security personnel. And the Nigeria Center for Disease Control this Monday announced the first coronavirus death in Nigeria. According to the Nigeria Center for Disease Control, the victim, a former managing director of the petroleum products marketing company, Suleiman Achimogo, died this Monday morning. He was said to have returned from the United Kingdom 2 weeks ago, where he was undergoing treatment for multiple myeloma, diabetes, and also chemotherapy. He, however, started exhibiting symptoms of the virus last Tuesday. The case was reported to the Nigeria Center for Disease Control, where he tested positive and was evacuated to the specialist hospital, Gwagwalada in Abuja, Nigeria, but died while receiving treatment. However, his family are reportedly under quarantine in their home. The Nigeria Center for Disease Control this Monday announced 5 new cases confirmed in Abuja, Lagos, and Edo State. This brings the total number of confirmed cases in Nigeria to 35. Lagos currently has the highest cases with 24. Abuja has 6. Ogun has recorded 2 cases, while Ekiti, Oyo, and Edo States have 1 each. 2 of the new cases are travelers who recently returned from the United Kingdom. The son of the former vice president in Nigeria, Atiku Abubakar, is one of the 2 new cases confirmed in Abuja. The Director General of the Nigeria Center for Disease Control, Chikwe Ihekwazu, said the center will be providing daily briefings in addition to real-time release of information to ensure Nigerians are adequately informed. The Senior Manager External Relations for the telecommunication company MTN Nigeria, Fonsho Oina, this Sunday said MTN staff would start working from home as part of the precautionary measures to stop the spread of the virus. Oina added that the telecommunication company plans to announce the temporary closure of some of its stores, and those who remain open will operate on reduced hours and also maintain strict and social distancing measures. He noted that the telecommunication company had been closely monitoring the coronavirus situation and have also complemented the government sensitization drive, introduced rigorous cleaning measures, and equipped team members with additional sanitation and safety products. The Nepalese government this Monday closed its borders with China and India for 7 days and suspended all international passenger flights in a bid to prevent further spread of the coronavirus pandemic after the country confirmed its first case of the coronavirus. According to the Finance Minister, Yubaraj Katiwada, all cross-border movements will be restricted for 7 days until March 29 and could be extended further after dialogue with China and India. However, the government has taken other measures, including the cancellation of all climbing and trekking permits, the closure of educational institutions, and all frontline services, excluding emergency services, to prevent an outbreak in the country. Russian Prime Minister Mikhail Mishustin this Monday gave the authorities 5 days to develop a system to track people who have come in contact with anyone with the coronavirus by using mobile phone geolocation data. According to the Russian Ministry of Communication, the measure will trace citizens who have been in contact with patients of the coronavirus based on information from cellular operators on the geolocation of cell phone users, which would allow citizens to be notified if they have been in contact with a person suffering from the coronavirus and send relevant messages to inform them on the need for self-isolation. Mishustin advised the elderly to leave the city and stay at their out-of-town cottages on private plots of land which many Russian families traditionally own, while adding that directives has been given to the country's Ministry of Agriculture and other officials to prepare proposals on whether export of any food, essential product or medicine should be limited. You're watching AD4TV Radio News Update. We'll go on a short break now. Up next, Guardian newspaper Nigeria appoints new editor-in-chief. China begins coronavirus trial vaccine test. More stories when we return. To stay.
AD4TV Radio, we focus on education with emphasis on research and innovation, science and technology, women and girl child education, children, health, youth and sports, socio-political and economic reforms, security, environment, entrepreneurship, and entertainment. We'll give you information at your fingertips. Learn on the go. Follow AD4TV Radio on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, and YouTube. AD4TV Radio, reliable and credible.
We love you, AD4TV Radio.
Many thanks for staying. Award-winning journalist and former editor of the Guardian newspaper, Martins Olaja, has been appointed as the new editor-in-chief of the Guardian Newspapers Limited. Martins Olaja, who headed the Abuja bureau of the Guardian newspaper for many years, was also the editor of the Abuja Newsday, the premier newspaper, and senior associate editor of the Source News magazine, among others. Olaja is an alumni of Mass Communication Department, University of Lagos State and University of Liverpool, where he did a postgraduate study in international management. He is a member of the Nigerian Guild of Editors, the Nigerian Union of Journalists, and National Association of Black Journalists, United States. The People's Liberation Army medical team, led by China's leading biowar expert Chen Wei, has developed a trial vaccine for the coronavirus. The military scientists tested the country's first trial on 108 healthy people in Wuhan, the epicenter of the disease outbreak, after receiving government approval for human trials. The volunteers are under medical observation for 14 days, after which medical experts will track them for 6 months to identify possible reactions. According to reports, the volunteers were not infected with the coronavirus before receiving the vaccine. Researchers will also seek to determine if the substance produces antibodies and make them immune to the respiratory condition. Analysts also agreed that completing the process will take at least a year before the official launch of the product. Since the first case of coronavirus in Nigeria, which involved an Italian man, Nigeria has recorded at least 35 more cases across the country. Nigerian citizens are developing measures to safeguard themselves in line with government's directives to control the spread of the virus. Our correspondent spoke to business owners and individuals on their efforts to curb the spread of the virus. Here is the report.
As Nigeria records more cases of coronavirus, the government and individuals are taking precaution to prevent further spread of the virus. Business owners in Abuja, Nigeria spoke on the measures they have taken to protect their customers and staff from the virus.
I got a sanitizer. So personally, when I pick up a passenger, I ask, do you need a sanitizer? Or most times they do ask me, do I have one? So whenever you pay me, once I put the money away, I sanitize my hands.
I've gotten hand sanitizer for my customers, and I have one for myself. I have one for my customers. So immediately they walk in, I try to sanitize their hand before we do any other business.
Part of what we have put in place is this hand sanitizer that you can see. Anybody, and that's why we are putting it at the doorstep. Anybody that is entering, first of all, sanitize his or her hand. And henceforth, we will not allow any program that is more than 50.
Alex Emmanuel reporting for AD4TV Radio, Abuja.
Despite rising cases of confirmed coronavirus infections in Nigeria, some nightclubs in Lagos are still defying government's directives and remained open to their customers. According to reports by newsmen who visited 8 nightclubs across Lagos State, Nigeria, last Saturday, 6 clubs were bustling with people despite warnings against mass gatherings as a way of stalling the spread of coronavirus. While operating against government directives and health expert advice, the clubs also did not make hand sanitizers available for incoming customers. The Nigeria Union of Journalists has blamed the federal government for the increasing cases of coronavirus in the country. The union asked the government to emulate Lagos and few other states that stopped their workers from going to work for 2 weeks. They tasked government to take drastic steps to minimize the spread. The national president of Nigeria Union of Journalists, Chris Isioguzo, in a statement called for immediate closing down of the Federal Secretariat Abuja and other offices because majority of these workers commute daily to work using public transportation. Following the commemoration of Mother's Day in Nigeria this Sunday, people across the country celebrated the day in their different ways, even with the coronavirus pandemic. Our correspondent saw the views of some residents of Abuja, Nigeria, on how they celebrated the day, and here's the report.
As this Sunday marked Mother's Day, some persons still took out time to celebrate their mothers despite the ongoing coronavirus pandemic, even though they complain of low turnout in places where they were supposed to gather and celebrate the day. Some residents of Abuja, Nigeria, spoke about their mothers and how they celebrated them.
I started by celebrating her by sending her a very lovely text message, although she's not here, but she happened to be a wonderful mom to me. I will tell her that even in my next world, I would love her to be my mom again, over and over, because she has really made a great, huge impact to my life.
Okay, I'm one of those few people that have the opportunity to have a professor as a mother, and it's something I'm very proud of. I would say first and foremost that she's a paragon of knowledge. She is a trusted advisor and confidant to me, and she's an amazing person. If you want to think about it from a universal point of view, she's nice, she's caring, she's incredible, she's phenomenal.
My mom, she's late, but I wish she's with me to celebrate the Mother's Day, and I always miss Hasha, but I love celebrating every time. I always post her picture for the Mother's Day.
Alex Emmanuel reporting for AD4TVRADIO, Abuja.
This is to inform our clients, partners, teaming viewers, well-wishers and the general public that in view of the recent development across the globe in respect of the coronavirus pandemic, broadcast programs on our platform will be suspended until further notice. However, our other social media handles and portal will continue to run to provide you with information on the go. We will resume normal production as soon as the situation improves. AD4TV Radio loves you and appreciates your support and understanding. Announcer, Management. That's it on AD4TV Radio News Update, coming to you live from Abuja, Nigeria's federal capital. You can join the conversation on our website, www.ad4tvradio.com. Please like and subscribe to our YouTube page at AD4TV Radio. And don't forget to follow us on our social media handles at AD4TV Radio on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn and Instagram. Many thanks for watching. I am Merciful Ajinomo.